Hi everybody, this is Atik. Welcome to our YouTube channel Engineering Drive. There are two major types of errors during a program. When you are writing any program in any programming languages, there are two types of errors that can come across. What are those two types of errors? Number one, compile time errors. Compile time errors, and the second category is runtime errors. Okay, most of the programming languages they can handle compile time errors very easily, like syntax errors easily can be detected by our compiler itself. But there are some programming languages they can't handle this runtime errors. What are runtime errors? The errors which occurs during the execution of the program. They are known as runtime errors. So, programming languages like Java having a very good mechanism to handle the runtime errors. So how Java handles this runtime errors? Let us discuss with the concept of exception handling now. So what is an exception first of all? An exception is a abnormal condition, and exception is a abnormal condition which arises during the execution of a program. Or one more standard definition of exception is an exception is a runtime error that occurs during the execution of a program. So these errors cannot be occurred during the compile time. These errors occur during the runtime of a program. That's why we are calling them as exceptions. Okay. Now, how Java handles the exception? This is the important point now. Programming languages like C, they don't have this facility to handle this runtime errors or exceptions. But Java is having a very good mechanism in which it can easily handle this type of runtime errors. How Java handles the runtime errors? Java handles runtime errors by providing 5 keywords totally. How many keywords? 5. So what are those? Number 1, try block, try keyword. Next, catch, throw, throws, and finally. So these are the 5 keywords Java provides. By using these 5 keywords, we can handle these exceptions in Java programs. How we can do that? Each and everything we will discuss. Before that, let us know the significance of these 5 keywords. What are the uses of these 5 keywords to handle the exceptions? Number 1, try block. What is the use of try block? Let us say you are having a doubt that this code of your program, the particular part of your program is having an error, runtime error. There is a chance that this part of the program may generate the error, exception. So in that circumstances, you need to put that code inside the try block. So this try block is used to monitor the exception. So here you need to write the code in which there is a chance of exception. That code you need to write in the try block. Okay. Next, what is the use of catch block? Catch block is used to handle the exception. It is used to handle the exception. So dear students, you can see here try block, it will just monitor whether the code contains any errors or not. If the code contains any runtime error, then that information will be passed to the catch block. Now catch block will catch that information and it will handle that exception. Okay, by just displaying any type of message on the screen or by using any other method, catch block will handle that exception. Okay, so try and catch communication should be there. The code that can generate the error should be kept in the try block, and catch block will handle that exception by communicating with the try block. Now, what is the use of throw? The keyword throw, it is used to manually throw an exception. So what is the difference between this try, catch and throw? Suppose exception is not there in our program. Runtime error is not there in our code in which we have in, let us say I have written one Java program in that no error is there, no runtime error is there. Even though I want to generate an exception, even though I want to create an exception, at that time we can make use of throw keyword. So what is the use of throw keyword? It is used to manually throw an exception. Even though exception has not occurred, manually you want to throw it, then you can make use of throw keyword. And fourth keyword, throws. This keyword throws can be used by methods to throw an exception. Throw an exception. So we can make use of methods in our Java program. If a particular method, there is a chance that in some particular method there is an exception. If that particular method want to throw an exception, then beside that method we need to make use of this keyword throws. So this throws keyword should be used by methods only to throw an exception. Okay, this is specifically designed for methods. Now the last keyword finally, which is very, very important. The code inside the finally block will be executed even though exception arises or not. Okay. This block will be executed even though exception has occurred or not. So no matter exception has occurred in our program or exception is not there in our program, the code inside the finally block will be compulsory executed. Okay, so dear students, I will give one example, real-time example of finally block. You know, airbags in a car. If any accident or any incident has happened when a car is going on in a highway, sudden accident has happened, no matter what other components in a car will work or not, but the airbags, the program of the airbag should be executed compulsory. Okay, other components of a car may work or may not work, we don't know in case of collision, in case of any accident, but the airbag should open properly in time. Is it right? That code will be kept in the finally block. This is how finally block is important. In any case of any problem, the contents of the finally block will be executed no matter exception has arisen or not. So this is finally block. So we will make use of all these 5 keywords when we are writing a Java program to handle the exceptions. Now, what is the syntax of using this keyword, sir? Can you tell us syntax? So the syntax of using this keywords is, generally in our Java program we will make use of try block to handle the in the try block we will make use of the code that generates the exception, block of code to monitor. Okay, next we will be having the catch block. It will handle the exceptions. So here in catch we need to write the exception type, and object, and the relevant statements which you want to display to handle this exception. And the last is, we can write any number of catch blocks. For one try block we can make use of any number of catch blocks, and then finally we can make use of this keyword finally. So the code inside the finally block will be executed even though exception occurred or not. So this is the syntax of making use of this keywords in our Java program. So in our next classes, let me discuss the working of try, catch, throw, throws, and finally keyword with example programs. So with this, let me close my today's session of video. See you soon everybody. Take care. Allah Hafiz.